Here at Clackamas Community College, some athletes and coaches find the athletic budget to be a major problem throughout their seasons, so we took a deeper look into the subject by talking to head wrestling coach Josh Roden and athletic director Jim Martineau about their opinions on this subject.
My name is Josh Roden. I'm the head wrestling coach and health PE instructor here at Clackamas Community College. I can basically speak to the wrestling side of that. As far as athletic budgets on the whole, generally speaking, in talks with our director Jim, I'd say that we definitely we need more resources. Obviously, it's not a great time to be asking for more resources, but we're definitely under budgeted, underfunded as a whole.
After they gave their opinions, they told us how we make our money for our athletics.
Jim Martineau, athletic director at Clackamas Community College. So athletics is funded a couple different ways. Student fees, a big portion of our funding. We get funded very little from the general fund, state money, and then we also have a big portion of it with fundraising. Obviously, I would love to have more funding, like other areas that we can do. At some point we may need to look at increasing the student fee to help us, to make us a little more healthy funding-wise. Our fundraising efforts have increased. We fundraise almost $125,000 a year as an athletic department. We need to look at ways to increase that as well.
As far as wrestling is concerned, we have to do a lot extra to meet the demands that our travel schedule. I think there's a couple different ways, and not saying I have the solution, but I know, like I said, and I mentioned previously, we fundraise a lot. This last year we actually fundraised our most for the fiscal year. We did about $35,000 for the wrestling team, which is a lot, but you got to consider that currently the college doesn't pay to fly us to the national championships. That's something that we pay for ourselves. So anytime that we travel by airline, we have to pay that for about 10 to 12 wrestlers, staff members, and trainer. So that's quite a good chunk of money. I would say that some type of an increase in revenue across campus, like a 50-cent extra fee, something that wouldn't tax students too much, because I'm definitely not for that, but that would generate a little extra revenue for something that we're already doing. And then outside of that would be just a general fundraising effort, which we do pretty well, but could increase as a department.
We talked about fundraising. We've done some individual things. We have our Hall of Fame, which is a fundraiser for us. We do our annual golf tournament, which is a fundraiser for us. So those two big ones. Individually, team-wise, there's different things we do. We have crab feeds, we do camps, we do clinics. We need to probably do a little more work out in the community, getting some community partners involved with what we do.
Finally, we asked the two about how important it is to the schools, sports, and our athletes.
It's huge. We're the cost of travel and hotel and gear, equipment, facilities have all increased. We're facility-wise, we're kind of at the limit of what we can do with what we have. And so for us, to be able to maintain a healthy, athletic department and keep bringing 300 student athletes to campus. The funding is going to be important, and and we can't expect the state or the school to fund us at a higher level. So we need to go out and find some ways to do that.
Sort of alluded to how important it is. I mean, it basically, our budget allows us to participate in events that get our guys and our gals ready for championships. Our goal here, at least as I see it, is to get young people moved on to four-year schools with their degree, first and foremost, and with an opportunity to gain scholarship at that institution. And so the way that we can do that is by getting them exposure. The only way we can get exposure is by traveling to events and being seen by, whether it's wrestling coaches or basketball or track and field coaches. It costs money to travel with those groups and lodge them and house them and feed them and do all the things that it takes to be a student athlete. I think we do a really good job here with our young people. The numbers are obvious when we talk about moving kids on and kids getting their degrees. We have great retainment of our student athlete, great retention rates, and great graduation rates. So I think it's definitely, we have a good model and we have a product that's worth investing in when it comes to increasing fees or adding to our athletic budgets as the college sees it, outside of just us hustling more fundraising events and asking people to donate more money and those types of things.